All yours.
Slap you.
You done fucked up now.
What's up, Control Freak? Band nerfs are on the table in beta thread right now. Yeah, there's discussion about what exact. Liam outlined a few things he's looking to experiment on. So Yeah, so I think I'm gonna post again in this thread. I already made one. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just thinking about this kind of because a couple of the proposals for most of the proposal stuff for brass is like, well, do like people are suggesting that it do less damage, or have less its armor, or be a little more difficult to convert off of, like get blue bounces instead of the green bounce. And I kind of said like I think brass is fine, or obviously I think brass is fine, but if it gets something, I think a good probably the healthiest adjustment you could give brass would be giving it the immediate like zero point 0.7 scaling adjustment to counter calls and like raw hits that the I think every assist in the game had 2 patches ago on beta or a patch ago on beta. Let me go look at that. Here. When assist counter call another assist, damage scaling will be set to 90% on them instead of the new 70% to ensure counter calls are as damaging as before. So if you put that back to 70% on brass, I think that's fine. Like less armor, one armor, or less damage. So at the so it's tired of brass 24/7. How much brass do I feel like there's like no brass in the meta now? Like it's like I guess it's like prevalent like online and shit. Cause like I watch some mix masters and I'm like, who is playing brass and getting like, especially for the last like 3 years, like because brass has been like when people pick it, like it's like often is like a peacock counter pick, and then like it doesn't even work a good amount of the time. Like and then you wind up having to play peacock or band on point. Like I don't know. It's a top three assist in the game. I've never really contended that, but well, I've contended that at least once when a few assists were really fucking strong, like pre-nerf beam, pre-nerf anything, HB. But it's definitely a top three assist now. Like I would not contend that in the slightest. Maybe top two even, maybe even top one with the nerf beam. But like I would still argue it's like balanced. Like something has to be the strongest, and like I would rather have the strongest be attached to a character like Big Ben than a character like Annie or even Double or like Robo or like God forbid like Marie or yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm pretty dim on the idea of nerfing Ben's off point game, frankly. Like his support game. You can ban downplay. No, no, no. I can be reasonable. Like it sounds like something's happening, so like if stuff gets shot, like there are things that like I could stand and see shot. Like I don't know, but I really do feel like Band is basically fine. Like I am that guy. Like I'm the fucking Band is fine guy that Liam mentioned because I think Band is fine. Like I don't think level 5 is egregious. Like even I think I did level. I didn't even kill off a level 5 combo yesterday for fucking once, and I was like, oh like I actually have to like I can't just be like a total idiot about this like all the time. Like all the band stuff that's been mentioned, I think, already has like a careful, like targeted nerf already. Like brass assist already imposes like extra scaling if you get raw hit brass and you try and convert off of it, so you're not getting like fucking like ridiculous amounts of damage off of raw hit brasses. Like if they implemented, yeah, like that scaling on counter calls too to make it a less attractive counter call, because it is the best counter call assist in the game, then okay, that brings it significantly in line balance wise in my head and value wise with stuff like Bomber or even like Beam or North Knuckle or like Hairball even like. So you think it's level? I think it's level 5. Like, and that's the thing. Meter is so important in this game. Like, I think his level 3 is fine. I think his level 5 is fine. This is something I'm like understandably going to be viewed as like very biased on because of how much I get, how much mileage I get off of level 3. But like, I really don't think level 3 doing extra damage to big bodies is like egregious. On Big Band maybe where he's getting like 5k off of it, like maybe like Band kind of destroys himself. I'm kind of comfortable with that dichotomy too, but like I like that's kind of strange to me. That's a nerf to Band that's also a buff to Band to like that buffs him in like the mirror match. That's like also a general nerf to his damage. It's kind of bizarre to me, but I don't know. CJ's idea I think is a good one. You kind of just normalize the level 3 to be more like you find like the average damage character and just make it the average or something. Yeah, like if you just want to normalize that. But and that's the other thing for me. Are there characters getting like if you're spending 3 bars to like two touch or even like like 3v3 because like 3v3 1 bar like 3 bar TODs or like if you're getting that with Band like you need a corner, you need an uncorner, you need good routing. Like I'm kind of cool with 3 bar TODs personally. Like I think that's kind of a fine amount of meter to spend to kill your opponent in one hit off of like a clean hit, especially if you have good positioning like the corner or something, and a high damage character like Band. Like I think that's good game. I think that's cool game design. So I am kind of loath to see like his meter dumps like get weaker potentially. I'm really glad SJ was not mentioned in that fucking post. Even if they do nerf Band, I don't think people would just drop him. I think people would just drop him if they nerf Brass Assist in a significant way. Like I wouldn't drop him personally, but I think there's a good amount of people who would drop him. There's a lot of people who play Band literally just because they feel like obligated to play him because they think his assists are like overwhelmingly strong, which I think is wrong. Which I think is a wrong way to think about like picking Band or even like team building. Like Band's assists are like very very strong, but unless there's really not one so strong that like you have to pick it and like you feel it like needs to control your team building like that. There's like other shit. There's plenty of time like okay, like yeah, Band is a good choice here, but like if you don't like want to play him, like you don't need to pick Band. He's not a must pick. Yes, there are plenty of players who like right now like use Band for his assist alone because they feel that it's either overwhelmingly strong or it's a matchup counter pick or something like that. Yeah, but what does Ja Rule think of this? That's a great question. I wonder what Ja Rule would think of this. Yeah, here. Keep composing my posts. I'm like, yeah, I think Band support game is primary draws a character, so I'm really leery of the idea of devaluing it. Yeah. And it's kind of a shame I'm doing this in a stream, so typing it out in the chosen reply area. Oh, hang on. Someone replied. Who replied? For the cam combos, what I really see is max heal, super damage, you gonna see a second piece. Oh, Triv saying Band is fine. I'm ignoring every other part of this post. Here, actually, let me get that on the screen, I guess. The skull heart capture. Yep. So, aggressive metas are better. Bandage brass user enable aggression for all characters, simple as. Okay, sure. So, this is the idea. Triv kind of suggesting that if X character is poor damage, tag in after ban for one match and kill the character and just nerf his damage. I don't like that because that is wider reaching, like further reaching implications. Like, if we touch brass, like if they take 500 damage off of brass, that changes like routing and maybe even like team building for a lot of other shit. Like, now maybe like Philia brass is back to 3 touching, and now Philia is like, why the fuck do I abandon my team? Like, I'm picking bomber. Get the shit off me. Like, if I have to 3, like, what if I have to 3 touch? Like, if I have to 3 touch with my duo, like, why am I playing this? Like, you know, like, there's, like, it's kind of hard, especially for 3 bars. Like, if I wind up in a situation where off of 2, like, if I can't quite 2 touch you off of 2 clean hits, spending 3 bars, then, like, I think that's bad. I think that's kind of unhealthy, like, and a pretty significant divergence. Well, I would say it's unhealthy because it's a pretty significant divergence from the level of offensive strength the game has had for the last few years, largely enabled by, yeah, high damage characters like Band, which is fine because, you know, Band has downsides that, you know, make up for him having very high damage. What is Triv's weird ass PlayStation? D1NON only. Okay, I'm not even gonna speculate. Whatever. He probably stole this account. Damn, Trip has 150 posts on here. Aggressive poster. Yeah. The damage on brass is legit important. Like, I think if people, like, I'm kind of curious, like, what is the situation with brass that's like that really pisses people off? Like, if you are a band hater and you are here, like, what do you not like? Is it the counter call? Is it like getting, like, you know, it's like, oh, I started doing something, I got punched in the face, like, and then I like lost, like, what is it? It's about 12% of your life. Yeah, 13 down to 15 is like 15, 20%. It's like 15%. I'm terrible at math. But, yeah, like, so if that did less damage on, like, a counter call, like, or it scaled to, like, 0.7 on your assist especially, I think that would be a good start, because I think that's, like, one of, if not, that's probably one of the greatest strengths of brass, like, that you can just, like, oh, I saw your assist, and call him, here comes a giant fist, like, you know. But I think there are a couple of factors that I think kind of keep brass, like, pretty firmly balanced in this game, even though it's, like, again, a top three assist, like, unquestionably. Mostly, like, the assist taunt length, the available existing counterplay for brass, like, low profiling, land canceling, or just being over it. And, like, you know, the fact that it's big band, kind of, but that's a little more existential. It's primarily just, like, the taunt, I think, and this positioning after it. Like, for, like, 2 seconds, like, okay, while this is happening, okay, I'm fucked, okay, now it's starting, and you gotta respect this, like, you gotta block it, you gotta do whatever. Now it ends, and now he is, like, this is the greatest liability in the game. The only assist that is, like, a worse liability than this, I think, is stuff like Peacock calling fucking holy orders. Or this is the Robokai one. This one's hype. But, yeah, but the only assist that I can think of that's, like, actually more of a liability than this is, like, Peacock calling item drop. Like, it's, like, he just stands here. He's just chilling. Like, if I didn't just stop backing up, he just chills over there. Like, you're very free to, like, fly over there and hit him. There's easy counterplay for 3 kills. Eliza DPs him, gets free-ass damage. Fortune DPs him, gets free-ass damage. Launch him, get free-ass damage. It's not really unique to Ban, but it's uniquely easy on him. Like, I think, like, between that, Band having either the longest, or I think the second longest by a frame or 2 assist taunt in the game, it's like a full second, I think. If not, yeah, it's a little longer, I think. I think it's fine. I think that's cool. Like, you know, if it has to get something, I would like to see the scaling get adjusted. But that big hit of initial damage, even the scaling, like, because it already scales your combo, like, once it hits. Like, if I'm doing, like, it, see, it automatically drops down to 0.5. Like, so, especially, like, okay, raw hit, 0.5. So, or 0.58, 0.6, you know, rounding, whatever. But I think it's I think it's fine. But this opinion is apparently, there, that is not flying. So if I have to compromise and he's getting stuff a lot, I would like to try the level 3 normalization because I think that would probably be the least like painful for him and would probably, I don't know, like it sounds annoying. Like, and then the beat extend nerf they propose is like wild. Like the idea of beat extend not happy birthdaying immediately, like, okay, it's still it's gigantic, pretty good DP assist, but now like Parasol DP is way better. Anti DP looks ridiculously good now. Anti DP is like unquestionable, is like now actually in contention for top 3 assists in the game. Like no debate, like zero debate now, because HB is like not in that conversation at all anymore. Like that is a strong nerf potentially. That would be a bad nerf for him. Most people want to punish people for brain dead calling ban because he has 2 armor. Is no way to punish. Well, like for Brass, like I'm always like, why don't people just wait? Like Brass is like, if they call Brass first, like calling Brass first is like an automatic loss to me. Especially like in Brass, it's a little less annoying in Brass versus Brass. But like if I'm calling Brass and I'm not like moving forward and like moving to lock down the opponent immediately after it, like if I'm not calling Brass to make a play, like people like you said, like a lazy Brass call, like you should never get away with that. Make their recovery after Brass longer. It's already like almost the longest. Having 1 armor for you, I would really not like to see it have 1 armor. I think that's a pretty significant nerf, like on point wise. I think that kind of puts it like, that kind of raises it. That's like, okay, like I could be playing bomber type questions. Like a hit of armor is good, but like now again we're talking like I could be playing lock and load questions, and this is like, that type of shit. Just no way to punish unless you're running a specific team character, in your opinion. It's certain characters get an easier time, but like even like for like Philia approaching you with Brass, like trying to get away, like it's a much greater liability than like a lot of other neutral assists. Like even though like a lot of the neutral assists create like, like, yeah, bomber will hit you and then double gets up next to you, hairball like hits you and then like the character approaches and creates lockdown. But like the difference between those is the way they create the lockdown. And its strength with Brass is the way it like is hard to fuck with on its approach. But I think stuff like that is okay. I don't know. I don't think that's between like, I don't know. I don't know. I think Brass is fine. This is, like I said, this is the emergency band, like, downplay stream, because I really do think he's fine. What's up, Uncle? Morning. Here. It's really for yeah, so I mean, what do I say? Yeah, if you devalue ban support game, like that, you change the meta literally, because like it's already going to be changed, because now that we have Peacock nerf, we're going to see people just pick ban less. Like I think ban is going to be less of like a staple in this coming time if like these like Robo and Peacock nerfs like stick, because I mean it's like I really, a bunch of the people who pick Brass in the last like year or two don't like Pen picks Brass. Like Pen like has a sick band. He's fucking been one of the band goats, but like he doesn't like play him super duper out. Like it's a Peacock thing. Like I think it's a double. He plays it for double too, but like that's a little bit of a different story. Like I think he's just gonna be less attractive. Like because team building is gonna open up, and like Marie has Brass too now. Like like Umbrella's gonna have some pretty interesting stuff. Like people are like Dahlia has some pretty interesting stuff. Annie has some great shit. She's gonna have the best DP assist in the game if that beat extend nerf sticks. I don't think like I don't really see the Brass dominance that some people seem to experience. I think that, yeah, like I don't, at least watching, like I don't play a lot of online and I don't get that watching a lot of odds and stuff. Most of the Brass players I fight are like pairing them with like Beowulf, I find generally, or like, and even then, like just like band players I find generally are like, okay, usually with like Beowulf or sometimes a character like Squiggly, like one of the band like high synergy characters, and but I'm not really seeing like I see way more Annie and maybe even more like double or Philia even than I do ban in the last 8 months. I don't play super often when I don't play often at all when I'm not streaming. So my opinion isn't really gospel on that at all. I'm a big grain of salt there, but that is about how I feel. You actually ran smacking ban team just is that good. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you want to smack ban in the team because he's that good, that's fine. But like, it's not like you're like I just don't feel like Brass is like so overpoweringly strong that you're not like a lot of teams. I'm like, okay, if you want to play like a strong DPS system, I'm like, yeah, you could play like okay, go play like HP, but like you could play like Alabama or something and have like a pretty different team comp in your hands. Like that has like a lot of different options and shit versus like the band comp, which has like a lot of shit going for it too, but or up to even like. And these are better arguments now if like HP gets nerfed, but like with the way team building works in this game and the way like characters are, their DHCs, their assists, like what kind of like even like their raw tags and stuff like man, I think it's basically like I don't know. I think Band is like pretty much like pretty much with the nerfs he got. I think he was like a perfectly balanced character. I really thought that all Band was gonna get for this was like or for this patch cycle was like the Timpani thing and the parry thing, and it was like bang, like perfect. Like he's got this like polarizing, yeah, but like highly committal either way game plan on point. If he hits you, you get smoked. If you hit him, he like actually explodes. He's got these like strong defensive tools, but he gets like uniquely badly exposed in this game. Like it's like his on point game is like yeah flawed in some way, strong in others. Off point is where he's strongest. Like you want to use like some of the strongest assists in the game, powerful DHCs, let him dump a lot of damage. Like some of the best incoming in the game. But even though that just got nerfed, that's still very good. Like like again, I thought with that I'm like okay like I. I thought he was good, so I'm honestly pretty disappointed to see he's gonna get adjusted, I guess. But I don't know if these are all just experiments. I hope none of them stick because I mean, level 3, like I said, the level 3 thing is like, okay, maybe, like, if we want to talk about him doing 5k to, like, rival big bands, and, like, I think it's, like, Peacock. Peacock takes a lot. Like, he's doing, like, but I think it's, like, you should get rewarded for doing good routing, like, uncornering in your combo, or, just doing that stuff. Like, it's a great super, but, like, meter is the strongest resource in this game, so I think if you spend it, and you spend it well, like, you should be rewarded. Like I'm personally like yeah, like again, like a little biased here, obvious reasons, but like you really should like kill a character for 3 bars in Skullgirls, I think, like at 3v3 at least. Like that's like you should just die. Like especially if you're playing Bant. Like if you're playing Squiggly, Philia, like I don't fucking Dahlia or whatever, like yeah, you're gonna have a harder time killing with 3 bars. If that's even possible, then than me playing Bella Band. Does Ben build good meter by himself? It's not bad.
Just a moment. Just one more.
Take the soul.
Builds about 75% of a bar with this BNB. Probably a little less if I go to GLS or something there. But yeah, it's not bad per se. Versus characters like Cerebella, who's straight up build a bar. Oh, you can't see? Scholar Post is still covering the screen. Alright. There, so.
Solid gold.
Yeah, so I built about 75% of a bar here. And you get 2 touch on the knockdown. Like, so people don't have a problem with that part of Band on point. Like, people have a problem. That's actually what's a little confusing me. I thought if people didn't like something about Band, it would be just either getting, like, H-Brass and exploding on point, or, like, getting 2 touched off of, like, clean hits and, like, low throw on point. But that's, like, literally, like, he actually requires that. Like, I don't know. Like, he legit requires that. And then there are minimum of 2 little bands in the game now who are kind of doing similar stuff. So I'm of a mind that Band is fine, but I don't know. We could just title the stream Big Band is fine, I guess, and that would save me some time. Oh, Sage, Sage saying he wants to call people pussy for this. I don't mind if Band does super crazy damage. That's, yeah, like, if you don't meet her, you should get damage. Hmm. Do I tell him to get on the call and speak on it? Let's see.
Get busy. Take the soul.
Oh, I wished it. I'm bad. Right here. Mild amount of instigating in progress. Alright, here, we're looking at the assist.
Let's have another!
That's so funny. Like, alright, so how much does this do here? Let's check. Let's check. Raw hit is 2275, I believe, right? Yeah. It's 2K. 1991, who's counting? And that would be a 2-touch if I had Watchman Dizzy. Can I not have that? Can Bella and Dan TOD for 3 bars, yeah. Well, for 2 sometimes, depends. Like 2v3, like whatever. Yeah, I have plenty of TODs. Like I've got, like I think I have the most TODs, but it's pretty much always for either 2 bars for a counter hit or in the corner, or both, or 3 bars and a clean hit. It's, you know, namely not air throw or I don't know, pommel horse or some weird shit. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm 3 bars TOD is like, especially with Big Ben on the roster, like, you know, that's kind of regular. It's kind of regular shit. I gotta save my man. It's cool that the website like updates and tells you if someone else posted. Here, let me see. Let me a little more grease for my post. Dance sport game's primary draw is a character, so I'm leery of the idea of devaluing it, especially if it thinks he spends meter on. You're on meters. Yeah, here's the strongest resource in Skullgirls. Skullgirls, and I think, yeah, spending it. Yeah. It's resource and SG. I think spending large amounts of it skillfully should get rewarded with large skill damage. It's kind of clunky. Internal editor is coming out here. A couple of writers in my family, so I used to do a little bit of editing for a couple of people, so sometimes I get a little stringent, at least when I'm actually paying attention. Why are we nerfing everything? I'm saying, Triv, get on the call. Which Discord? Mixed Masters. Yeah. So, I don't know. You spend meter, your opponent should die. If you're playing Big Ban, at least. Like, other characters can't quite do that, but being able to do that is a big part of bigging and banding. Alright, hang on, let me shift Triv over. Wait, how does this work again? Oh, can I not do this in the server? No, whatever.
Oh, hi.
What's up? This shit's fucked up.
It is. But I'm washed, and I got told no for the thing already, so I'm good.
No.
I'm rolling with the punches. We ball.
That's crazy.
That.
It's so nuts. They're gonna make Brass do 1k damage.
Are you excited? No more cool choreographed tag combos. He's gonna come in hard knockdown.
The hard knock, I would rather it scale than the hard, like, this is HKD. I'd like, you know, just let people do the combo at least.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Just like the fundamental changes, like, I would, yeah, just like, if you don't want, if the damage is too high for, like, I really think the only, like, do you feel like Brass is egregious as like a
no. Okay,
so this is like our top zoner for the last like 2 years. Like, Brass is not agreed. Clip it, ship it. What? Okay, go on.
Okay, go on. So like, one, it's not a DP assist, so it's not frustrating, and two, like, I literally just made a Skullheart post about this. It lets every character be aggressive. It's an aggressive assist.
Yeah, I was reading that.
We want an aggressive meta. We don't want a defensive meta where both point characters are sitting at their behest waiting for the other one to make a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you want people to have to interact. You want it to be interactive. And, like, Brass is one of the most interactive assists. It's way more interactive. Like, Beam sits at, like, the back of the screen, you call it. Like, it forces interaction. Like, it doesn't interact with you in a way. It depends. Yeah. Like, it's
the thing about Beam, though, is that it also lets you be aggressive. The issue is that Robo doesn't pay for it the way Band can pay for it. Like, you don't see people kind of like there's an interaction that happens really often, and it's you call out brass, the person blocks it. The person who called the brass notices that and then doesn't approach. They're waiting for it to reset. You can just start wailing on Ban.
Yeah. Always. Like, you can just start punching him, and he's like,
if you do launcher fierce, like that's a quarter of his health bar just for a bad call.
Every time,
right?
Yeah, like every time I get like a laziest, like brass is easy because like I can like okay, I call my brass second, and it's like okay, if you called your brass first, like you're fucked, or you just launch him, clap, and like okay, he's knocked down.
That too. Because like the whole thing also is that like if you're expecting it, you could at least try to throw out a multi-hit move and stuff the assist. You could also sweep it. It's not something that like it doesn't. It's if you have someone on pressure in the corner, they don't go, oh, brass is gonna bail me out of this. Let's go. Like you can't just call it out nilly-willy. Like it's a healthy assist.
People call it like that sometimes. It actually like I get pissed because I'm like it's not fucking beat extend. Like you're calling it like it's beat extend.
That's also the same thing too. It's like.
Even beat extend there, like it's so scary to call that with like your back because this band is fucking gigantic.
Yeah, and it's inconsistent. Like I think that even happened at like I think that happened like at a main stage event for. I think that was the one Pen took, the combo breaker Pen took. He like stuffed a beat extend call.
Yeah. Oh, you remember? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that
happened the stage.
Exactly. So let's nerf that thing. Let's nerf the thing that straight up lost on main stage.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm surprised the band is on the table. I thought the timpani thing and the parry thing. I was like, okay, like,
that was it.
I thought that was it. I thought that was all that's necessary.
I like that. Yeah, pretty much. I'm sad to see Robo lose those 2 hits.
The 2 hits on was it just 2? I thought it was 3 because I thought she went from 7 to 3. Was it 6 to 4?
No, it's 6 to 4. I think. 4. I could be wrong. I don't know. I play by feel.
Not true. I'm pretty sure it was 7. I think it lost 3. Yeah,
That's the reduced active frames things. Okay, this is the other one. Robo Fortune. That's Peacock stuff. Let me see. Do I have to control F Robo? Oh my god. Misfortune. Okay. Yeah. Regardless of her,
there's gonna be so much Annie if this beat extend nerf and this brass nerf. I think we're gonna get like literally like a shitload of Annie if this goes through.
Yeah.
Because she's just like she has like I mean she's just if this gets pushed like she's just higher utility band like she becomes better at doing band stuff than big band
kind of
and she's a combo DHC like she's big band with a combo DHC at that point.
There's also that other thing where it's like we kind of reverted the damage nerfs which are good.
Yeah, no, those.
Like, I actually used to be like I used to be a big believer of like as long as the character has everything that's fine as long as it's lower damage. Like I thought that was the end all be all solution and it wasn't really until like Mary is so crazy. Like does it feel like she needs to hit you 7 times? It feels like she needs to hit you 7 times.
Her damage is weird. Yeah, it's just low now because of the scaling thing. Like you have the way you have to like you get auto scaled to 0.7 on your first string.
I feel like every Mary I've fought is just not optimized or anything like that. But it feels like I'm getting hit by like Robo.
Yeah.
Like the whole point is that like Robo has fast resets. You could reset after every string with Robo.
Maria's like that. She has like that setup she does with the punch to enforce it, but then that auto scales you now. So like you make a huge compromise. You can't have like your first string brass or lock and load.
Well,
call.
Yeah,
people are doing the lock and load call stuff. Like I've seen a few players do. I think.
Yeah.
Who have I seen? Maybe NZ or I think I saw NZ playing that. But like, and I think with maybe a couple more like. I don't know, like I think maybe with the new umbrella system stuff, she'll get some damage, but like I think they could probably stand to undo the scaling on like maybe non-raw hit special moves, but I think the laser and shit probably it needs to stay like scaled, like she needs to stay like hitting you with that like 7 times to kill you because it's way too easy to hit people with that.
Yeah,
it's way too fucking rewarding. Like she just throws that shit out. Like I was watching, like I was watching someone run Marie the other day during Dennison. It was literally she would fly to the top of the screen, like medium kick. You're floating there for like 10 seconds. Summon the laser.
Oh man,
fall
I
down.
Love airstyle characters.
Laser covers the bunny summon. Bunny summon covers like another like okay, and then like okay, you're just looping this until it's like
So fucking epic that we have
Yeah.
like another version of. Imagine if Valentine could do like half of Magnetic Shockwave.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's honestly just so not like Laser is so strong. I think it's the way she plays right now is like so lame. But so I think that needs to stay like not get your rewarding if that's gonna like stay her game plan. Like I would like it not to be, but if it is, like it needs to be limp, and I need to be able to like have like a couple of opportunities for her to either fuck up or for me to make a big play. But
yeah,
and then but then the thing is like the thing is like, okay, look at a character like Marie, like okay, yeah, like really strong neutral, like off point or on point or whatever, but you know she struggles with damage. If I put Ben to anchor or whatever, okay, now I have not even just brass. Now like say I put beat extender, A train or whatever in the comp. Now this opens up damage DHCs. If I have good routing, maybe now pre-max and Dizzy SJ stuff. Level 3, like now maybe TODs are on the table and able. Good synergy with Ban with like his own stuff. Like it opens it up for her. Like it makes her it opens up her game plan. Now she can be more aggressive. Like she can go for like 2 or 3 touches instead of like just backing off. Like
I've noticed that like none of the DLC characters, besides maybe I guess Umbrella, but for a different reason, have been designed with like big damage in mind.
Yeah.
Like I think about it like this, like Beowulf, Eliza, and Big Band were like I guess Season 0 DLC characters, and they all shipped with damage. Like they all shipped with a way to do a lot of damage. Like and Annie sort of. I know she's getting curved, but Annie also shipped with damage. And then it was like, now Dahlia has like 0 damage, and then like, unless you have like this hyper specific tag combo, and Mary doesn't do a lot of damage, and Umbrella does a lot of damage, but you have to sit through like, I don't know what it is about Umbrella that gives like this placebo where it feels like she's not doing a whole lot of damage on the individual hit level, but one combo is killing me from a straight hit. Like, I don't know what it is
weird.
about her.
She's got this bizarre thing right now. For her current state, I'm just gonna let it like rock because I know all this crazy damage she has right now is gonna get like leveled out like sometime soon. I want to see where they want to let her damage sit. Like, is it gonna be like her pre-rework values where like now she's like maybe like now that she's more forced to try and grapple you like at least nominally. Like, is she gonna like get that old damage back? Like, where are they gonna leave her? Like at a band? Are they gonna leave her at a Bella level? Like, I'm curious. So, but like right now, like she's gonna have like ridiculous amounts of damage. So I'm like, I'm just gonna let that sit because we know that's getting adjusted. Cause she's not like, she's she's like fluid right now. What's up, Faulty? Ben's fine, let him rock. That's what I'm saying. But I gotta, I gotta defend.
Crazy It's crazy how good Valentine has been looking.
Val looks nuts right now. Like Val looks actually like crazy right now.
That's crazy. She got that's what I think every character needed. They just like, I feel like the game, what this wave should have been was that like every character that didn't get their 2016 love patch gets their 2016 love patch, and look at that. Like Val players are going off the rails after like getting one quality of life patch.
Yeah.
When literally every match they've lost these past 2 years of competitive play has been because something didn't work, and not because of like a gross misplay, which is insane.
It is really sad that people believe that. I know there are a few Val players who are like people complain about this or skill issued, but
I've never felt in control of a victory against a Valentine this past year. It most has always it's always exclusively have been because like a move whiffed. Or like they did a point blank bypass and it just also whiffed and I fell out of the combo and they are just in free fall landing into me.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've got away with murder, definitely. Probably Val in the past. I think she's going to be really strong now with the normalizations. And then just like, now, honestly, de-incentivizing the Vile game plan makes her stronger. Honestly.
Also,
and then
the Peacock changes.
Oh, and the bypass shit. The new bypass shit she has looks fucking super good.
The one where you don't
and
have
the Peacock
to,
changes.
Well, the Peacock changes, I should just get this out of the way, are fine.
Yeah.
Like, it really doesn't change the way... You still get the trades you need to get off. I think the biggest hitting thing is, like, the item drop change, but... Well, after playing a few sets this week, it really just was like, oh, these were bad habits all along. And now I'm forced to play in a way that doesn't rely on bad habits. And
that is literally all I wanted out of this. Like, just literally, like, nobody clip. I'm turning clips off. I'm lining Triv. But
No, because I'm serious. It's one of those things where it's like, do I really want to rely on
no,
like?
I mean, if you're showing up with a gun to a knife fight, it's hard to avoid the temptation to shoot people, right?
No, but it's really like, why did he win the set? Oh yeah, George traveled fucking cross country.
Again, no, it's yeah, good. Like I just want to see less of that. Personally, I think it should disappear right away. But I haven't played enough Peacocks to like be like adamant in that.
No, I think this
experiment.
is genius compromise. I threw it out and it trades. I threw it out and a person was like right up in me, so it trades. That's fine.
Use your DP. Mash like a regular person.
Yeah, but
listen, you're still bringing the gun to a nice fight. You showing up with the fucking little ass 22 instead of the fucking AK.
But
it's a little more fair, but.
Mbang being bad is also good. That shit's so good. But the actual like I still think the bomb fundamentally is like degenerate, but like they adjusted a few other things that I think were like that. Mbang so good. Lenny so good. Item drop so good. Well, I need to fight more item drop, but Lenny and Mbang. Yeah, Lenny I don't really use a lot. It's literally just like a little it's like a DBFZ booster now, like how you have your level 1 super like Beerus, and now you can just cash in the second part to do that. Like that's all it is. It's also I guess your zoning like install super, but I don't think anyone's gonna use it now that like.
No, the meter gain stuff is like definitely gonna suck for a lot of players. Like
no one's gonna just cycle it through. Like I know Lanba's playstyle was to cycle it through.
Yeah, a lot of players used to do. I honestly kind of agree with that because in the past I was like Lenny by itself is like a stronger mechanic than Hatred install. Like why is it like that? Like why can she build all this shit during that? But, like now I'm like okay, like it's Lenny's like. I don't know. I think Lenny is like I said. I gotta fight more P before I like really say like okay, this is like if I start like obliterating Peacocks and it's like not it's looking like bad, and then I might say like okay maybe they shot a little too bad. But she seems like kind of like she seems fair now.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Loki. You're not getting me with that.
If this is all it's gonna be for Peacock, I think we got off easy. And like the only other thing kind of was just that this happened during the beta bracket, but I do not like variable frame data. I don't like frame data where it's like for something like that. So there were several points in the beta tournament where I just did like Mbang Lenny and I just froze. Like I was trying to buffer inputs and the character just stood there and I didn't get anything.
I see. Yeah, situations where it is different frame data depending on and
I know that was like a bug and everything like that, and I think Liam addressed it by like making it uniform, and I'm in training mode right now and everything like that, but like Crumple and Hard Knockdown all have variable frame data. That's different though. Like
that's a little different from what True means. I don't really like that either though, Halibel. Like some of those are kind of annoying, but like
it's a stupid
you can eyeball a good amount of them, I think, but like getting used to just being for like not having like super duper consistent frame kills and stuff is annoying.
But I think mostly it was like the Robo changes I kind of don't agree with. I thought Robo was fine.
Oh my god.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Like Sonic and Sage were kind of having that sentiment, and I read those posts, and they were like, "Oh, Sonic and Sage agree with me. Nice, that's some momentum." You know, it's like, yeah, why are we touching Beam and not the other meta assists? And now it's like, well, let's talk about the other meta assists. And it's like, no, I don't want that, right?
Atrium was low-key fine. It was not. It needed something. It was way too fucking strong. It was top one, like not debatably. Like if Robo it had gotten like the hit, once it got this hits nerf, it needs to force Robo to stay on the screen so it can act like a regular assist and then a fucking Smash Bros stage hazard. Like it needed like at least one of these things. Like it's so strong right now.
I'd rather it just like stay on screen or anything like that, or if like. I know they have like logic to do what they did with the L George assist thing, where Robo will jump in very forward. You know, I wouldn't mind if they like did that, where like Robo is.
You forcibly call her in front of you.
Yeah, you forcibly call her in front of you because that's how they balance L George. Because that was the similar problem is that you would go full screen, call L George, and you would have a lot more. Like you'd want to put as much distance of it behind you as you could. So now you can't get that distance anymore because Peacock goes in front of you to throw it. I think if they did that with Robo and increase the frame data, that would also be good. I just think those two hits are like so huge. when it was already. I thought the assist was like fine. I thought it was a buy because again, it rewarded aggression and it wasn't something you could throw out if you're on defense. So to me, it was fine. And you could counter call brass. Like that's how Sage beats people who use brass assist. He waits for the beam to be called and then counter calls brass. And he made it so that you couldn't use it. And I thought that was like
I mean I just up forward, block it, and call brass at the same time. There's
exactly that's all you
yeah, but it's not easy to do that versus everyone and people who are intelligent about calling it. Again, like Robo isn't on the screen while this is happening. Like, even if I can shut down or offense, like, I know how to beat lazy beam calls. An actual, like, good beam call is, like, again, like, we're talking about a stage hazard. Like, it's full screen, either lockdown or forcing me to crouch, and then, like, okay, here comes Fortune from the top rope. It's I'm fine with strong assist. Like, I play brass. Brass is, like, top 2 right now, if not debatable. I'm not going to argue about that. But, like, beam needed to be, like, brass has like the internal scaling nerf and shit. It has the longest assist on in the game. He runs across the screen and punches you. Like you're in front of the point. Like, you know, you're in a position to get smoked. Like Beam did not have that, so I think it having like, you know, that top like 1, top 2 like strength in the neutral, like that aggression, being able to create that aggression. And again, like you can't like it's just, you know, she's shooting a laser at you. You can't like most like I can flick it, sure, if I'm on my shit. But, like most characters just have to hold that. Like it's I think the change you got is I want to let that rock for a while. If it looks like Beam is like shitty now, like, and I think Beam is not going to be. If we see the nerfs, like if this beat extend nerf sticks, for example, and they like make Brass do like 1500 damage, God, I like sign of the cross, like Lord save me from Brass doing 1500 damage. Holy fuck! Like Annie just runs the meta. Like Bomber just runs the meta.
I'm still eternally tilted though because those 2 hits are like that's like there's. Did you see the clip that I posted? My last,
Liam was like, "Yeah, cool, awesome, love to see it."
That hurt me. That's a confirm I've been doing for years. That is a 5-year confirm. That is muscle memory.
They walked off with your shit, bro. I'm so. How do you think I feel about this buffer? I learned
like,
this shit.
That's why
I can't microdash here now because like Bella players are scrubbed. They need to. Liam got to hold their hand.
It's like. Like I had the hammer brought down on me.
He really said, "Oh, I love to see that." It was fucked up. Here, wait, let me scroll.
And like, there's no like discussive, argumentative angle for it. I actually just have to hold it. I'm hoping that the suggestion of if Robo's in dev mode, it comes back and be nice. But
page load, skill heart load
like,
challenge.
Oh my golly.
Okay.
I actually just held that.
I'm scrolling. Long ass post. Holy shit.
Yeah, I like the people who like the spoiler tag it. Right there. You skip
okay,
wait. Yeah, right there.
Umbrella sick. Oh wait, here it is. This is the whole Mr. Boris thing. Holy fuck. My reaction to this clip was, "Oh, the nerf did exactly what I wanted. This rules. Beam lasted so long you could load a vial off it and combo. LOL. Reducing how long they're stuck there is the point.